Thanks everybody for joining us today for our deep stretch workout. We are going to go ahead and get started with a warm-up. Really important to warm up your body before we move into some deeper stretching. So I have my yoga mat laid out today. I'm just going to start by taking steps around my mat, whether you're walking in place or walking around your space, just starting to gently loosen up our bodies. As we are walking it out, this is a good time to add in any movement that feels good to you. Maybe swinging your arms forward and back, maybe swinging your arms from left to right, loosening up your chest, your shoulders, maybe adding in a couple core twists, twisting your core from left to right. Really anything that feels good as you walk it out. From here, I'm going to come to the center of my space. I'm going to move into an alternating step and reach. Starting with my feet shoulder width apart, I'm going to take a step forward with my right foot. As my right foot steps forward, my left hand will raise fingertips up to the ceiling. Feeling that full body stretch, and then I will release, step that foot back, lower my left hand down, and then switch sides. As you are stepping and reaching, if it feels good to take a big inhale breath, feeling your spine reach tall, fingertips to the ceiling, and then exhale as you reset. Just to add in a little bit of deep breathing as we are stretching out our full body here. Doing a few of these on each side. Got a couple more. And in 3, 2, 1. Resetting, lowering my arms down, feet come back to shoulder width apart. From here, I'm going to move into some shoulder circles. Going to have my fingertips down at my side, pointed to the floor. You can do both shoulders at the same time or one at a time, whatever is your preference. We'll start with raising our shoulders up to our ears, and then I'm going to take my shoulders behind my back, squeezing my shoulder blades together, chest pushes forward, and then bringing my shoulders around to the front. So a few backwards shoulder rolls here. I like to take my time, be slow, controlled, really feel each movement as a stretch in my shoulders, my neck, my back. After a few backward circles, I'm going to let my shoulders come to neutral, and I'm going to go the opposite direction. Now I will go forwards with my shoulder circles, still bringing my shoulders up to my ears. This time my shoulders will fall in front of my chest, so I feel my shoulder blades separate. My chest kind of caves in, and then bringing them back around to the top. And in 3, 2, 1, and release, letting my shoulders go still. From here, I'm going to take a little bit wider of a base at my feet. So feet are a little wider than shoulder width. I'm going to move into kind of a core twist with an arm raise. So I'm going to raise my arms into a T position, extended to the right and to the left. Arms are straight. As I raise my arms into the T position, I'm going to turn my chest to face the wall to the right. And then I'm going to reset, hands come down at my side, chest faces forward, and then I will do the opposite direction, raising my hands into a T position as I turn my chest to face the wall to the left, and then reset. And we'll just repeat that core twist with an arm raise. If it feels good, again, you can sync this to your breath, taking a big inhale breath as you raise and twist, and then exhale as you reset, face forward. Warming up our spine, our core, our side body, our arms. Got a couple more. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back to center, letting our arms fall down at our side. Take a moment to just shake out your upper body, wiggle your fingers, and then let your arms go still. I'm going to move into some open and close the gate. I'm going to start with my feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to start on my right knee, bringing my right knee up towards my chest. From here, my right knee is going to go out to the right, feeling that stretch in the inside of our right leg. Lower our right foot down to the mat, and then feet come back together. And then the same thing on the opposite side, left knee up towards your chest, left knee out wide to the left, lower our left foot down, and then feet together. Option to keep your toes on the ground the whole time. So you can still bend your knee, raise that heel off of the ground, turn your knee out wide, while still keeping your toes on the mat for balance. From our open the gate, we're gonna finish with close the gate, which is the same movement, just the opposite direction. So now starting on my right leg, I'm gonna start with my right knee out wide to the right. From here, I'm gonna bring my leg back in towards my body and then lower my right foot back to the floor directly next to my left foot. And then just switch sides here, this time targeting the outsides of our hips. And again, you can keep that foot on the floor for balance as well. Got a couple more here. And in 3, 2, 1, finishing reps on both sides, lowering our feet back to the floor. We are going to finish with some hip circles. I'm going to start with clockwise circles. Hands are on my hips. I'm going to gently lean forward, feeling that stretch in my core, my low back. Then my right hip is going to pop over to the right side, kind of shifting my weight to my right foot. Then from here, shifting my weight back onto my heels as I stick my hips back, chest leans forward. And then the left hip is popping over to the left to complete that circle. Moving at your own speed, your own kind of distance of your hip circles. You can make them smaller, you can make them bigger. And then gonna switch directions to finish. Started clockwise, now I'm gonna go the opposite direction just to even out both sides. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Coming back up to standing. Finishing here, just shaking it out. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, couple kicks, couple punches, any movement. Just let it all go. Grab a little bit of water if you need. We're going to transition into our standing flow number 1. For our standing flow, we are going to start in mountain pose. So both of our fingertips are going to reach up towards the ceiling. Our feet are shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider. Fingertips up towards the ceiling, palms are facing each other. From here, just checking in with your posture. Hips are stacked right above feet. Our core is tight, our spine is long. And we're just gonna take 2 deep breaths here in this mountain pose. Starting with that big inhale, holding at the top for just a moment. And then exhale, let it go, still holding that mountain pose. One final big deep breath here. Maybe you can reach your fingertips even higher up towards the ceiling. In 3, 2, 1, big inhale breath. And release. This time on the exhale, bringing our hands back down at our sides. Fingertips point down to the floor. I'm going to start with an arm across stretch. My right hand is going to come across my body. Fingertips point to the wall to the left. With my left hand grabbing on either above or below my right elbow. I'm just gently pulling that arm in towards my body. Keeping that steady base at our feet. Chest and head face forward. Feeling the outside of our right arm stretch here. We will hold this for a little bit longer. As we are holding it, if it feels good, you can turn your head to face the wall to the right, adding in a little bit of a neck stretch on that left side. Just breathing as we are holding this stretch. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. letting our arms fall down at our side, maybe shake it out a little bit. We'll switch to the left. Left arm is gonna reach across our body, fingertips point to the wall to the right. With our right hand grabbing on above or below that left elbow, and just gently pulling that arm in towards your body. If it feels good, again, you can turn your head this time to face the wall to the left, adding in a little bit of a neck stretch as well. And we'll hold here for a little while longer. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Let your arms fall down at your side. From here, I'm gonna interlace my fingers in front of my chest. So my fingers are going just in between each other. Palms are gonna start facing my chest and my elbows are bent. From here, I'm going to extend my arms straight out in front of me. I'm gonna turn my palms to face the wall that's in front. My knuckles, my fingers are facing my body with my arms extended straight. We're feeling our shoulder blades kind of separate behind our back as we are reaching. Again, checking in with our posture here, wanting to be standing up tall, bringing that belly button into spine for a nice long spine, nice tall posture. If it feels good, adding in, bringing that chin to your chest, nose points down towards the floor, stretching the back of your neck in between your shoulder blades. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Let your arms fall back down at your side. Maybe wiggle out your fingers. Just take a moment of recovery. This time we're gonna interlace our fingers behind our back, evening out both directions. So hands are at the base of my lower back. Fingertips intertwine, elbows are bent. This time we're extending our arms straight from back behind us. So my knuckles turn to face the floor. My palms are kind of facing up towards the ceiling. Feeling my shoulder blades squeeze together, chest is pushing forward. From here, option to add a hinge at your waist. So leaning forward, chest points down towards the floor. That's gonna send your hands up towards the ceiling to deepen that stretch you feel in your shoulders, in your shoulder blades. An option if that feels good. If it doesn't, just hold. And in 3, 2, 1, and release your hands. Come back up to standing. If you took that hinge option, I'm gonna just take a moment to roll out my shoulders, wiggle your fingers before letting our upper body go still. From here, I'm gonna widen the base at my feet, having a nice wide base, wider than shoulder width apart. Toes are gonna stay pointed forward. From here, I'm going to bend into my knees. My right hand is gonna come on the top of my right knee. My left hand is gonna come on the top of my left knee. I'm using my arms to support my upper body weight as my chest is slightly leaning forward towards the floor. So from here, I'm going to dip one shoulder at a time down towards the center. So starting with my right shoulder, I'm gonna dip my right shoulder down towards the floor. As I'm doing this, my chest is turning to face the wall to the left, my chest and my head. So with my hands on my knees, I'm feeling that stretch in the insides of my legs. And then with that twist, I'm feeling my stretch in my lower back, in my core. And I'm gonna hold here for a few seconds, but then I'm gonna come back to center. Chest is coming back to face the floor. And then I'm gonna do the opposite shoulder. Left shoulder is gonna drop down towards the floor. My chest is opening to the right. So now opposite direction here. And then from here, taking this at your own speed, switching when it feels good for you. We should feel supported with our hands on our knees. Maybe stick your hips back a little bit further if you're not feeling too supported there as you turn and drop your shoulder from left to right. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center, slowly coming back up to standing. You can walk your feet in a little bit closer just as a recovery, giving your fingers, maybe rolling out your wrists for a moment. I'm gonna continue in this wide leg position. We're gonna take it to a wide leg forward fold. So finding that wide base, you can have your toes pointed forward. You can also have your toes pointed outward. So your right toes point a little bit out to the right, left toes point a little bit out to the left. Finding, again, just a comfortable base here. I'm gonna start with a big inhale breath and raising both of my hands, fingertips up to the ceiling for that long spine stretch. And then on our exhale, I'm going to hinge at my waist. Hands are gonna come down to the floor in this wide leg forward fold. Maybe your hands make it all the way to the floor. Maybe it feels better to have your fingertips on the floor. Or final option here, you can grab onto opposite elbows to let your arms hang loose. Again, whatever is feeling the best, feeling that stretch in the backs of our legs, our lower back. From this position, I'm gonna walk both of my hands over to my right foot. So now I'm still feeling that stretch, but a little bit deeper on my left leg. As you walk your hands over to your right foot, my right knee is bending just slightly. And then from here, I'm gonna walk my hands over to my left foot. Again, feeling that stretch in the right side of your leg, adding in a little bit of a knee bend on your left leg. And then one final time, coming back to center. And then when you're ready, slowly coming back up to standing, a little bit at a time. Once we are back up to standing, taking this time to adjust our feet just slightly. We're gonna stay in that wide stance, but we're gonna take it into a side lunge. So just adjusting to have that nice solid base again. This time I'm going to start by bending into my right knee. Hands are on my hips, my chest and head are facing forward. As I'm bending my right knee, feeling that left leg stretch, the inside of your left leg. Holding here for about 10 more seconds in this right leg side lunge. And in 3, 2, 1. Coming back up to standing, taking a moment to recover here before we switch sides. From here, we're going to now bend into our left leg, bending that left knee into this standing side lunge. Our left knee, we don't want it to come too far over our left toes. So stay pushing those hips back towards the wall behind us and then bending into that left knee, feeling that stretch all throughout the inside of your right leg. We'll hold for a final 10 here. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Coming back up to standing, bringing our feet in closer together. We're gonna finish here just by shaking out our legs. Taking one final deep breath before we transition onto our mats. So just taking a big inhale breath one final time in this standing position. Hands are coming up towards the ceiling, feeling that spine stretch tall. And then exhale, letting it go. Hands come back down at our side. Awesome. Grab a little bit of water as we transition. We're going to move into a seated position. I'm going to grab a little bit of water also. All right. In my seated position, I'm just having a nice crossed leg position. My knees are bent, legs are crossed at my ankles, but just finding a comfortable seated position that works for you. We're going to start with some seated side bends. So once we are seated, checking in with our posture here, sitting up nice and tall, spine is long. I'm going to start by planting my left hand on the mat by my left hip, and then my right hand is going to reach up overhead. Fingertips are going to point to the wall to the left as I lean over to that left side. With my left arm, my left hand, maybe you can bend into your left hand, left arm, so that your left elbow rests on the mat. Maybe you just leave it hovering. Again, your range of motion. Chest and head stay facing forward, so we feel that deep stretch all throughout our right side body. Also trying to keep both of our glutes, our sit bones on the mat as well. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. I'm coming back up to a tall seated position. Taking a little recovery breath, and we'll switch sides. This time our right hand is going to plant on the mat on the ground right next to our right hip. The left hand is going to reach up overhead. Left arm is extended long, reaching overhead to the wall to the right as we lean our upper body over to that right side. Option to bend into your right elbow. Maybe that right elbow can rest on the mat. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Coming back up to that seated position. Arms come down at our side. From here, I'm going to move into a seated cat-cow. So my right hand is on my right knee. Left hand is on my left knee. I'm going to start by pushing my hips and my belly button forward. Chest and head stay lifted tall. Feeling your core, your spine stretch as you push forward. And then from here, bringing my belly button into my spine towards the wall behind us. Chin comes to our chest as we lean back, using your hands on your knees and your arms for some leverage to kind of just pull your body through these positions. At your own space, moving through cat-cow. In cat-cow, if it feels good to you, you can start adding in a little bit more movement. So as you're kind of pulling through these motions, maybe leading with your shoulders into some circles with your body. Maybe pushing a little bit farther forward, a little bit further back. Any movement that feels good as we're moving through cat-cow. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back to center. Releasing my hands, I'm going to move into a tricep stretch and then add a little bit more of a side bend. So we're going to start with our right hand. Reaching our right hand, fingertips up towards the ceiling. My arm is extended straight. From here, I'm going to bend at my right elbow. My right hand is going to come behind my back, right at the base of my neck, kind of by my shoulder blades. My right elbow is pointed up towards the ceiling, directly next to my right ear, and I'm feeling that stretch in the back of my right arm for that tricep stretch. With our left hand, option to grab onto the top of your right elbow and add a little bit of pressure. The pressure that you want to add is gently pulling that elbow back towards the wall behind you, and maybe a little bit of pressure down towards the floor. And then from here, we are in that tall seated position. If it does feel good, to gently lean over to the left to deepen that stretch in your right side body, if that feels good for you. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Both hands are coming back down, taking a recovery moment. We'll do that same thing on our left arm. When you're ready, this time left fingertips point up towards the ceiling, bending at our left elbow. Left hand comes behind our back, just at the base of our neck. Left elbow is pointed up towards the ceiling, directly next to our left ear. Feeling that stretch in our left tricep. Option to take your right hand to add a little bit of that pressure back behind you and down towards the floor. And then from here, option to add in that little side bend over to the right. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Let your hands come back down, giving yourself a moment to recover. From here, I'm going to extend my legs out long. So releasing that cross position, legs extend out in front of us, heels are on the ground, toes are in the air. Just taking a moment to settle into this position. We will start with a straight leg forward fold. I'm going to start again just by reaching hands up overhead to feel that lengthen of your spine. And then on your exhale, hinging forward, hands are reaching for our toes, reaching for your shins. Trying to get our head, our chest to face our legs. Stretching out our hamstrings, our lower back. Option in this forward fold to add a slight bend into your knees. That will help you push your chest into the tops of your legs and feel that stretch a little bit deeper in your lower back and a little bit less in your hamstrings. Final 10 here. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Coming back up to that seated position. From here, I'm going to bend my right knee, bringing the bottom of my right foot to the outside of my left leg. So I'm crossing that right leg over my left. So my right knee is bent at about my chest height. I'm gonna hug that knee in towards my chest with both of my hands. Sitting up tall, again, maybe adjusting your seat for a nice tall posture. Leaning that chest in towards your leg, feeling that spine straighten. The outside of your right leg is stretching. And then from here, we're going to take it into a twist as an option. You can stay here if this stretch is feeling enough. If not, planting our right hand behind our backs. And we're going to turn our chest to face the wall to the right. Option with your left hand or your left elbow, connecting to the outside of your right knee to gently pull your chest deeper into that twist. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Dropping our right leg back down to the floor, letting your legs recover for a moment before we switch sides. From here, I'm going to bend into my left knee. So the bottom of my left foot is coming on the outside of my right leg. Left leg crossing over our right, hugging our left knee in towards our chest. Again, sitting up tall, maybe just leaning forward into that leg ever so slightly. Holding here for a few more seconds. From here, option to add in that twist. This time our left hand is going to plant behind our back, turning our chest to face the wall to the left. With our right hand or our right elbow, grabbing onto the outside of your left knee to pull your chest deeper into that twist. Deepening that spine stretch, deepening that stretch on the outside of your left leg. Final 10 here. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Lower that left leg down. Let your body recover for a moment. We're going to finish this seated sequence with some butterfly. I'm going to bring the bottoms of my feet together. Both of my knees are bent out to the right, out to the left, finding a place where your feet are in relation to your body that feels the best for you. The closer your feet are, the deeper that bend will be in your legs. The farther your feet are, the bigger your butterfly will be. So just finding where it feels good. Once you find that position, we're keeping our legs still. I'm going to grab onto my toes and just gently lean forward towards my toes until I find a spot where I can hold comfortably for about a final 30. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Letting your feet go, letting your butterfly position go. We're going to transition into a tabletop position. So grab some water on your way if you need. We will meet in tabletop with some cat-cow just to get started. In our tabletop, our hands are stacked underneath our shoulders. Our knees are stacked underneath our hips. Our back is flat. Head and neck are neutral facing the mat. We'll start with some cat-cow just to get our bodies warmed up in tabletop, dropping our belly button down towards the floor. Head and chest face forward. And then opposite direction here, chin to chest, belly button up to spine, spine up towards the ceiling, like you're pushing the floor away. And just moving through that quickly to start. From tabletop, we're going to start with our adductor stretch. So I'm going to start by extending my right leg out long to the right. Option for where your foot is, really anywhere that is comfortable as you're extending that right leg long. Maybe the bottom of your foot rests completely on the mat. Maybe it's just the side of your foot. Maybe it's your heel. Really any foot placement that is comfortable. We're feeling the inside of our right leg stretch all throughout our right leg. From here, our hands are underneath our shoulders. Option, if it feels good for you, is to sit back onto your left foot, kind of like a half child's pose here. That is just going to deepen a little bit of that stretch you feel in the back side of your right leg. And keeping your arms extended long, you can also drop onto your forearms as an option here. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, I am returning my right knee back to tabletop. We're going to switch to the left. When you're ready, extending that left leg long. Same thing here, finding a comfortable position for that left foot. Whatever feels best to you. Deepening that stretch we feel in the inside of our left leg this time. Option again to sit back onto your right foot, like that half child's pose, if that is feeling good for you. If not, stay on your hands. Option, if you are sitting back onto that right foot, you can drop your elbows onto your forearms for this. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release, bringing that left knee back into your tabletop. We'll take a tabletop recovery here. I'm gonna just sit back onto my feet, but whatever position that will give your knees and your wrists and your legs a moment of recovery. We will finish tabletop with some thread the needle. So when you're ready, final time back into our tabletop to thread the needle. We're gonna start with our right hand. I'm gonna start by reaching my right fingertips up towards the ceiling, opening our chest to the wall to the right, feeling that twist in our spine. And then from here, my right hand is gonna reach over to the left in between the space by my left hand and my left knee, reaching towards the wall to the left, and then dropping our shoulder, dropping our head onto the mat. And in 3, 2, 1, I'm bringing my right hand out of that thread the needle. I'm gonna finish here by reaching my right fingertips up towards the ceiling one final time. Opposite twist, opening our chest to the right before returning our right hand back down into our tabletop. Taking a few breaths of recovery here. We're gonna finish on our left side. From our tabletop, when you're ready, left hand is going to reach fingertips up towards the ceiling, extending our left leg long, chest opens up to the left. And then from here, reaching our left hand to the right, in between our right hand, our right knee, and then lowering our left shoulder to the floor, lowering your head to the floor as well. And we'll hold here. And in 3, 2, 1. Bringing that left hand back over, finishing here by reaching our left fingertips up towards the ceiling one last time. Opening our chest to the left, and then bringing our left hand back down into tabletop. Awesome job. From here, I am going to transition into Cobra. So from my tabletop, I am just going to extend my legs back behind me as I lower my hips down to the mat. You can keep your hands extended into palms underneath your shoulders, or you can drop down to your forearms as we lower into this Cobra position. If you're holding Cobra currently, we'll hold just for a few more seconds before we release. And in 3, 2, 1. From here, lowering all the way onto our stomachs. You can rest your head. You can have your arms underneath your head to rest. Just a recovery position. We will do Cobra one final time, 30 seconds here. Options on your hands or on your forearms for half Cobra. But when you're ready, hands are underneath my shoulders. I'm going to extend my chest, head facing forward as I push up into Cobra here for a final time. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Dropping our chest back down to the floor and taking a moment to recover here. From this position on our stomachs, we are going to do kind of like a lying twist and a shoulder stretch. So we're going to stay on our stomachs, but we're going to extend our arms into a T position. And we're going to rest our left ear on the mat. So from here, I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to bring my right leg over my left leg. Option here is to plant your right foot flat on the floor. So as you are bringing that right leg over your left, I'm opening my hips off of the ground to the wall to the right, and I'm feeling that stretch in my left shoulder and in that twist as my right leg is over my left. Another option here is just having your right toes tap the floor over your left leg. You don't have to have your right foot flat on the ground, but just finding a range of motion that works for you, feeling that twist in your spine, as well as that shoulder stretch as you are reaching.
So we have our left arm under us, under us as that the shoulder was stretching is the left one?
Yes.
Okay, good.
But I have both my arms in a T position. And when you're ready, we will bring that right leg back down to the center. Both legs coming back flat onto the mat. Taking a moment to recover here. We're going to do that same thing on the opposite side. So our arms are extended in a T position from our shoulders. My right palm is on the floor to the right. Left palm is on the floor to the left. My arms are long. From here now, my right ear is going to drop onto the mat. My left leg is going to come over my right leg. So my left hip is off of the floor. Option to have the bottom of your left foot flat on the ground, so you're having a deep bend in your left knee, or keeping that leg straight, you can just rest your toes on the floor. So we're feeling that stretch kind of in both shoulders as we're reaching, but in our right shoulder as we are twisting deeper into that stretch. Also feeling it in your spine, in your core, your hips. in 3, 2, 1, and release, bringing our left leg back down, flat to the ground, bringing your arms in closer, just letting your body take a moment to recover. Awesome job here. We're going to transition onto our backs. So just making your way, gently turn your body over, bringing our bodies flat onto the mat, extending our legs long, and just taking a moment to let your body feel extended against the ground. And just take a couple breaths here. From here, we're gonna move into a hamstring stretch. I'm gonna bring both of my feet flat onto the floor, so my knees are bent facing up towards the ceiling. I'm going to extend my right toes up towards the ceiling, so I have my right leg as straight as I can make it. From here, I'm gonna grab onto my right leg either above or below the knee, and I'm just gonna gently pull that leg in towards my body, feeling that stretch in the back of my right leg. Option here is to lower your left leg long, extending that leg straight. That will deepen the stretch in your hamstring. So just choosing what feels good for you here. And in 3, 2, 1, lowering our right leg down to the ground, resting our right foot on the floor. We'll switch to the left. Left toes are coming up towards the ceiling, making that leg as straight as you can, grabbing on to our left leg with both hands, either above or below the knee. Just gently pulling that leg in towards your body. Same options here, extending that right leg long. And in 3, 2, 1, and release, lowering our left leg back down onto the floor. Having a recovery moment here, I'm gonna bring my knees into my chest, hugging both of my knees into my chest, taking this little egg shape, adding in some movement, maybe rocking left to right, maybe drawing some circles with your hips, with your knees. From here, I'm going to move into a happy baby stretch. Option to do one leg at a time or both legs at the same time. I'm going to start with both legs at the same time, bringing the bottoms of my feet to face the ceiling. I do have a nice bend in my knees, and I want to have my knees on the outside of my body, outside of my hips. And then I'm going to take my right hand, grabbing onto the outside of my right foot, left hand grabbing onto the outside of my left foot, and just gently pulling my feet, adding pressure down towards the floor. If you are taking just one leg, you can rest that other one on the mat. Feeling the insides of our legs are growing, our hamstrings stretch our hips, but also our spine against the mat. If you're doing one leg at a time, maybe switch. And in 3, 2, 1, Lowering our legs down, extending our legs long. Bringing our hands down at our sides. Taking a moment here just to take a couple breaths. We're gonna finish with a banana stretch, bringing our feet together, raising our arms up overhead. Our hands are gonna connect side by side, or you can stack them. Then both of my hands and my fingers are gonna point over to the left, keeping my arms extended tall over my head, and then stepping one foot at a time over to the left as well, feeling that right side body stretch. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back to center. Same thing on the opposite side this time. Hands are gonna reach over to the right. Feet are gonna take a step over to the right as well. Now we're feeling that left side body stretch for a final 30 here. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back to center, bringing your hands back down at your side. We are gonna finish our workout today with a final few minutes of restoration. Restoration is a position that you choose where you only have to focus on yourself and resting and recovering. The position can be what you choose, child's pose, laying on your back, your stomach, seated, just focusing on recovery. And I will call us out in about a minute and a half. Wherever you are, adding in a little bit of gentle movement, wiggle your fingers, your toes. We are gonna finish with a round of deep breathing. You can follow along with me if you choose. We're gonna take a big inhale breath, filling our lungs, our chest, our belly with air, deepest breath of the day. We will hold at the top for 3, 2, 1, and release, letting it all go. That is all I have for us today. Thanks everybody for joining for Deep Stretch. I hope you all have a great rest of your day and a great weekend, and we will see you next time. Thanks everybody.